Hello, dear children. Today we will be studying about electric cell in continuation with the revision of current electricity. First question is raised, what is an electric cell? So it is an energy provider. Next question may be from your side, to whom it provides energy. So it provides energy to a unit charge, means Q we can assume as 1 coulomb according to SI unit. Next question is raised, why the electric cell provides energy, or what is the need of energy. So for this answer we take, when a unit charge revolves once round the complete circuit, it has to overcome the external resistance, and for this it needs extra energy which is provided by the electric cell. Now there are certain terms in the electric cell which we will go through one by one. First term is, what is EMF of a cell? The symbol is capital E. Second term is terminal potential difference. So this is denoted by V. And next is internal resistance of a cell, which is denoted by small r. And the very last term is denoted by the word back EMF. So we will go through one by one. First of all, I am taking EMF of a cell. Symbol is E. So for the explanation, let's assume that this is an external resistance denoted by capital R, and it is connected to positive and negative terminal of the cell which has EMF E. The cell where the longer line denotes the higher potential, means a positive potential, and the smaller line denotes the negative potential. So it is larger potential, positive sign, and it is smaller potential, negative sign. Now when the positive charge starts from positive terminal of the cell, it constitutes a current I, and when this current I goes through external resistance R, then it needs some extra energy, because ultimately the current is nothing but the rate of flow of charge. So let's assume dq charge is moving in time dt, which makes a current I. So we can say that EMF of the cell is the energy provided by the cell to revolve a unit charge once round the complete circuit. So we denote it by E is equal to, EMF is equal to work divided by charge. Hence E is equal to dW by dQ. Now let's assume the unit, SI unit of EMF, it is equal to volt. So 1 volt equal to 1 joule upon 1 coulomb. So EMF of a cell is 1 volt when to revolve a charge of 1 coulomb once round the complete circuit. The work done is 1 joule. तो assume करते हैं हम simplest case में कि यहाँ से 1 coulomb चार्ज को हमको फुल सर्किट में एक बार रिवॉल्व करवाना है. सपोज इट स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए एंड एंड्स ऑन पॉइंट ए वंस. तो इसको घुमाने के लिए वर्क करवाना पड़ेगा 1 जूल, और तब हमको इस सेल का EMF देना पड़ेगा 1 वोल्ट. हेंस EMF, this is most important point, EMF of the cell which is responsible for the flow of charge is directed from negative electrode to the positive electrode inside the cell. So this was the all explanation for EMF of the cell. अब EMF का फुल फॉर्म आपके पास में आता है इलेक्ट्रोमोटिव फोर्स, बट नाम से कंफ्यूज नहीं होंगे बिकॉज over here the F letter stands for force, but actually EMF is not a force, so you can note down this thing. This is not a force, but it is an energy. It is an energy actually. Hence, what is the SI unit of EMF? This is, according to the formula, joule per coulomb. This is volt, and this is the energy required by per unit charge. Now this is second term, terminal potential difference. The basic meaning of terminal is ends. So हम लोग जो भी external resistance लगाते हैं सर्किट में, उसके ends के थ्रू जो भी पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस होगा दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज टर्मिनल पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस. सो एज्यूम पॉजिटिव चार्ज स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द सेल एंड व्हेन इट गोज थ्रू external resistance. The external resistance has two terminals A and B. As soon as this positive charge passes through the external resistance in the form of current, then by Ohm's law it produces the terminal potential difference as V is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R, which is termed as terminal potential difference. And suppose there are three resistances in the circuit, so called circuit. Suppose the cell is of 6 volt and this is 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm, and the equivalent resistance, as we have studied the combination of resistances, equivalent resistance of the circuit is here 1 plus 2 plus 3, this is equal to 6 ohm. Hence current is equal to V by R, that is 1 ampere. So when 1 ampere current goes through 1 ohm, it produces a terminal PD of 1 volt. When 1 ampere passes through 2 ohm, it produces a terminal PD of 2 volt. And when 1 ampere passes through 3 ohm, it produces a terminal PD of 3 volt. So in all, voltage can be added to give a total EMF of 6 volt. Now potential difference is measured always with the help of voltmeter, means voltmeter is always connected in parallel in a circuit. Next is the internal resistance of a cell. So इसको समझने के लिए पहले हम सेल के बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर को समझते हैं. ये आपके पास में वोल्टामीटर है, मीन्स अ कंटेनर इन विच वी कैन प्लेस द इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. नाउ टू मेटल प्लेट्स आर इमर्स्ड, then it is connected to a cell. The metal plate which is connected to the positive terminal of the cell is called as anode, and the plate which is connected to the negative terminal of the cell is called as cathode. Means anode is at higher potential with respect to the cathode. अब जैसे ही इस सर्किट में ये कंप्लीट सर्किट हो गया, बिकॉज कैथोड टू एनोड और एनोड टू कैथोड जो भी ट्रांसमिशन होगा दैट विल बी थ्रू चार्जेस. सो चार्जेस फ्लो आर कंप्लीटिंग द सर्किट. तो जैसे ही चार्ज सर्किट में फ्लो होना स्टार्ट हुआ, जो सेल का इलेक्ट्रोलाइट है, मीन्स द सॉल्यूशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एसिड, डाइल्यूट एसिड, वो उस चार्ज के फ्लो को अपोज करेगा सो इसी टर्म को हम बोल देते हैं इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस. सो वी कैन राइट द डेफिनेशन, द रेजिस्टेंस offered by the electrolyte to the flow of current or ions through it is called internal resistance of the cell. अब इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस कुछ फैक्टर्स पर डिपेंड करेगा. सो वी कैन राइट द फैक्टर्स ऑन विच द इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस डिपेंड्स. वेरी फर्स्ट फैक्टर इज़ कि ये दोनों प्लेट्स के बीच में सेपरेशन कितना है. सो सपोज हम इसको बोलें D, तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज़ इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस इज़ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द सेपरेशन बिटवीन टू प्लेट्स. सेपरेशन जैसे जैसे बढ़ता जाएगा आयंस को उतना लॉन्गर पाथ कवर करना पड़ेगा एंड उतना ज़्यादा रेजिस्टेंस और ऑब्स्टेकल दे हैव टू फेस. नाउ द सेकेंड फैक्टर इज़ कि सपोज़ हम अज्यूम करें एक प्लेट का एरिया है हमारे पास A. So internal resistance is inversely proportional to the plate area which is dipped inside the electrolyte. तो एज्यूम करें कि अगर लेस एरिया डिप्ड है तो इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस विल बी मोर, एंड इफ मोर एरिया इज डिप्ड देन इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस विल बी लेस, बिकॉज आयंस को उतना लॉन्गर और उतना वाइडर पाथ मिल जाता है फॉर द कवरेज. नाउ द थर्ड पॉइंट इज internal resistance also depends on the nature, concentration and temperature of electrolyte, and as concentration increases the internal resistance increases, because जब भी ions move करते हैं तो वो free positive charges के साथ और heavy positive ions के साथ collide करते हैं, which is the cause for the internal resistance. Now we can take the formula as E is equal to V plus IR, where V is the terminal potential difference, EMF of the cell, internal resistance of the cell. So the formula for internal resistance is E minus V divided by I. Now in place of I, by Ohm's law we can put as V by R, where V is the terminal potential difference. So this is equal to capital R E upon V minus 1. This is the formula for internal resistance. Small r is equal to capital R within bracket E upon V minus 1. अब एक नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आता है हमारे पास में कि what is the relationship between EMF and terminal potential difference and the internal resistance of a cell. So this is very important concept for the competitive exams such as NEET and JEE. For cell, two states arise: whether you are charging the cell. Charging the cell means we are supplying a current in the cell by some other electric source such as a battery. जिस तरह से हम अपने मोबाइल की बैटरी को चार्ज करते हैं. और you are discharging the cell. Discharging the cell means current is drawn from the cell. तो जब हम अपने मोबाइल की बैटरी को चार्ज करते हैं, सो द केस ऑफ चार्जिंग विल कम, और जैसे ही आप एडॉप्टर को रिमूव करके अपने मोबाइल को यूज़ करना शुरू करते हैं, देन दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज डिस्चार्जिंग ऑफ द सेल. मीन्स मोबाइल बैटरी डिस्चार्ज होनी शुरू हो गई है. सो उस समय हमारे पास में जो डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट होगा डिस्चार्जिंग के केस में, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल टू पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल, and hence V is equal to E minus IR, and in case of charging the direction of current will be from positive terminal to negative terminal. So V is equal to E plus IR. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक पढ़ने वाले हैं हम लोग कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेल्स, जिसमें बहुत सारे बच्चों को बहुत डाउट्स रहते हैं. कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेल्स हैज़ 3 टाइप्स. फर्स्ट, जब भी हमें रिक्वायरमेंट होगी एक स्ट्रॉन्ग करंट की, मीन्स कॉम्बिनेशन आप अप्लाई करेंगे फॉर द बेसिस ऑफ योर टारगेट. क्या टारगेट हमें चाहिए? अगर हमें स्ट्रॉन्ग करंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है और वी नीड स्ट्रॉन्ग वोल्टेज, ये हमारी दूसरी रिक्वायरमेंट हो गई. और हमारी तीसरी रिक्वायरमेंट है कि स्ट्रॉन्ग वोल्टेज भी नीडेड है एंड एज वेल एज हमें स्ट्रॉन्ग करंट भी नीडेड है. सो बोथ रिक्वायरमेंट्स के लिए हम जो कॉम्बिनेशन यूज़ करते हैं दैट इज़ कॉल्ड एज मिक्स्ड ग्रुपिंग ऑफ द सेल्स. That is called mixed grouping of the cell. Now we come for the combination of cells in the case we need strong current. So strong current का purpose solve करने के लिए we will be connecting cells in parallel combination. For strong voltage we will be connecting cells in series combination. And for both the desires we will connect cells in mixed grouping. So let's take series combination of cells. Assume there are n cells. Let's assume n cells are connected in series, out of which each cell has an internal resistance. अब हम assume करते हैं कि सारे cells के EMFs भी same हैं, मीन्स E1 इक्वल टू E2 इक्वल टू एंड सो ऑन E, एंड सबके इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंसेस भी सेम है. और यहाँ आपके पास जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ सेल्स कनेक्टेड है दैट इज़ n. सो व्हेन द नेगेटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ फर्स्ट सेल इज़ कनेक्टेड टू द पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल ऑफ द सेकेंड सेल, and when the negative terminal of second cell is connected to positive terminal of the third cell, this combination is called as the series combination. Now using the total EMF of the combination, so because there are n cells, each has EMF E, so this will be E plus E and so on plus E, this is equal to NE. Now what is the total resistance of the circuit? So by this we are getting NR, and since external resistance is also present, therefore it is capital R. So total equivalent resistance of the circuit is NR plus capital R. Now by Ohm's law we get the current in the circuit as net EMF divided by equivalent resistance of the circuit. So net EMF is NE and equivalent resistance NR plus capital R. So this is the formula for current in the series combination of n cells, each has EMF E and internal resistance as R. Now case 1. Case 1 is when NR is much less than capital R. It means what? That internal resistance of connected cells is much smaller than the external resistance. Then in this case we can neglect this term NR. So the total current in the circuit will be NE divided by capital R. Hence we can write this as like this. So this will be, the current is equal to n times the current given by one cells. Hence when the internal resistance of the connected cells is much smaller than the external resistance, then the cells should be connected in series to obtain a strong current. Now arises case 2. case 2, when nr is much greater than capital R, it means internal resistance of the connected cells is much larger than the external resistance. Then in this relationship again we can neglect this external resistance, that is capital R. So current I equals to NE divided by N into small r. So N will cancel, hence we get E upon small r. So in this case current is nearly equal to obtained by a single cell, hence there is no advantage of connecting such cells in series. Now second type of combination is called as parallel combination, which is generally to use or to obtain a strong voltage. So let's assume there are n cells. Each has EMF E and around internal resistance is R, and this combination is connected with an external resistance capital R with the help of a key for optional choice of on or off. Now in this case all the positive terminals are connected together and all the negative terminals are connected together. So this is known as parallel combination of cells. Since all cells are connected in parallel combination, so EMF of the battery will be E. This is capital E. Now if the equivalent internal resistance is taken into consideration, that will be equal to R divided by N, as this we have studied previously, that this is the trick to find out resistance of identical n resistances connected in parallel. So now what will be the equivalent resistance of the circuit? This is R by N, that is the internal resistance plus external resistance. So it will come out as R plus NR divided by N. Again we apply Ohm's law to find the current. So current I in the circuit is net EMF. So net EMF is E upon equivalent resistance is small r plus NR divided by N. So this comes NE upon R plus NR. Now again in this case 1 arises, which gives us that if internal resistance is much smaller than the external resistance, then over here we can see that we can neglect the term as, in this case we can neglect the term as R and N will cancel. So current I comes as E upon R approx. So the total current is equal to the current given by a single cell, hence there is no advantage of connecting cells of small internal resistances in parallel. तो हर बार आपको चेक करना पड़ता है अकॉर्डिंग टू द केसेस गिवन, क्योंकि जब भी हम कोई कॉम्बिनेशन लेंगे तो वी विल बी टेकिंग सम एफर्ट, तो उस एफर्ट का हमें क्या बेनिफिट हो रहा है वो स्टडी करके ही आपको प्रैक्टिकली वो कनेक्शंस को अचीव करना पड़ेगा. नाउ कम्स केस 2. केस 2 इज R is much greater than R, means internal resistance of each cell is much greater than the external resistance. So in this case when we see the formula for current I, this R is much greater than, so we can neglect this NR. So I will be N into E upon small r. This is approx current, क्योंकि यहाँ आपको कुछ ना कुछ आंसर तो मिलेगा ही. So this is Ne upon small r. So this current is nearly n times the current given by a single cell. Hence when the internal resistance of the cells is much larger than the external resistance, then the cell should be connected in parallel. Now next is the mixed grouping of cells. So इसमें हम assume करते हैं कि different rows and columns हैं. Rows means these type of horizontal parts and columns means these parts. तो हम लोग एक रो में एज्यूम करते हैं कुछ सेल्स आपस में सीरीज़ में कनेक्टेड हैं. हर सेल का कुछ ना कुछ इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस है. सो एज्यूम दैट देयर आर n cells connected in series. Each has EMF E, internal resistance R, and there are such m rows. ये this will be and so on. एज्यूम करते हैं ऐसे हमारे पास में m rows हैं. So what is the number of cells? We can calculate easily. What is the total number of cells? This is equal to m into n. Now we have to take the total resistance because इस कॉम्बिनेशन को हम कनेक्ट करेंगे एक एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस R और एक की के साथ इस तरह से. ठीक है. अब आपके पास टोटल एक रो का इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस आ जाएगा NR. ऐसे आपके पास में m रोज़ हैं. सो व्हाट इज़ द total internal resistance of one row? This is n into small r, and such m rows are connected in parallel. So what is the total equivalent resistance, internal resistance? NR divided by m. This is by the expression of parallel equivalent resistance. तो टोटल सर्किट कितना हुआ हमारे पास पूरे कॉम्बिनेशन का? द टोटल सर्किट का रेजिस्टेंस कितना हो गया हमारे पास? NR डिवाइडेड बाय m प्लस कैपिटल R. केयरफुली देख लेंगे इफ़ देयर इज़ एनी प्रॉब्लम. अब आपके पास आएगा करंट का फॉर्मूला. So the expression for current by Ohm's law will be net EMF. This is net EMF divided by total equivalent resistance of the circuit. अब एक रो का EMF हो रहा है हमारे पास NE और टोटल रेजिस्टेंस हो रहा है NR प्लस MR, and this M will be going upward, so this is MNE. ये आपके पास आ गया टोटल करंट का एक्सप्रेशन. नाउ वी नो दैट फॉर फाइंडिंग द मैक्सिमम करंट हमारे पास रेजिस्टेंस मिनिमम होना चाहिए. तो मिनिमम रेजिस्टेंस के लिए आप ले लेंगे कि ये जो डिनोमिनेटर है NR प्लस MR, इसकी वैल्यू आपके पास मिनिमम होनी चाहिए. सो NR प्लस MR की मिनिमम वैल्यू होगी हमारे पास B² माइनस 4AC. सो दिस इज इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ NR माइनस रूट ऑफ MR होल स्क्वायर प्लस 2 रूट ऑफ MNR इंटू स्मॉल r. हर बार आपको कैपिटल R और स्मॉल r को डिस्टिंग्विश कर देना है. सो दिस टर्म शुड बी मिनिमम बिकॉज इट कम्स अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ सबट्रैक्शन बिकॉज द क्वांटिटी इज इन द स्क्वायर. बट इट कैनॉट बी निगेटिव क्योंकि इसके ऊपर स्क्वायर लगा हुआ है. सो हम ले सकते हैं रूट ऑफ NR माइनस रूट ऑफ MR का मिनिमम आंसर हो सकता है हमारे पास 0. हेंस वी कैन शिफ्ट इट इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ MR. सो दिस इज स्मॉल r equal to mr divided by n, or we can take capital R equal to nr divided by m. But we can see that nr upon m is the internal resistance of the whole battery. Hence, in mixed grouping, the current in the external circuit will be maximum when the internal resistance of the battery is equal to the external resistance. So just take this concept very carefully. When small r is equal to capital R, then current will be maximum in the circuit. हम अभी तक हम लोगों ने ऐसे केसेस लिए जिसमें आइडेंटिकल सेल्स लिए थे, उनके इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंसेस भी सेम थे, उनके ईएमएफ्स भी सेम थे. अब हम लोग कुछ इस टाइप का कॉम्बिनेशन लेंगे, कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ सेल्स इन विच ईएमएफ्स ऑफ द सेल्स आर नॉन इक्वल नहीं होंगे. तो सबसे पहले हम लोग इसमें लेते हैं सीरीज़ कॉम्बिनेशन. सो लेट दिस इज़ फर्स्ट सेल, second cell and so on, nth cell, EMF E1, internal resistance R1, E2 R2, En Rn, and this combination is connected to an external resistance capital R. So what is the total EMF of the circuit? सबको ऐड कर दिया आपने, बिकॉज सीरीज कॉम्बिनेशन में EMFs ऐड हो जाएंगे. सो दिस इज E1 plus E2 and so on plus En, and what is the net equivalent resistance of the circuit? This is equal to R1 plus R2 and so on plus Rn plus this external resistance capital R. So what is the equivalent current? This is equal to total EMF divided by total resistance of the circuit. So suppose we are taking example of two cells only. Two cells are connected in series, then current will be E1 plus E2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus capital R, and if internal resistances are 0, then we can take only the formula as I is equal to E1 plus E2 divided by capital R. Next is the parallel combination of two cells in which EMFs as well as internal resistances are not same. As we would have studied this topic for 12th, then the detailed study would have been done with the help of Kirchhoff's voltage law. But because we are doing this for NEET or JEE, hence we are taking only the shortcut combination. This is E1 R1, it is E2 R2, and connected with an external resistance capital R. So the net EMF of the combination is E1 R2 plus E2 R1 divided by R1 plus R2, and the net internal resistance of the circuit will be, because both are in parallel, so दो resistances के लिए हम क्या लेते आए हैं, ऊपर प्रोडक्ट और नीचे सम. तो ये आ जाएगा आपके पास शॉर्टकट में दो सेल्स का आंसर. और अगर आपके पास इसी के प्लेस पर n सेल्स हो, so further we can extend this derivation, then E upon R will be E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 and so on En upon Rn. इस वे में हम डेरिवेशन को एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं.